Welcome to the Untrapped Podcast, where we're motivated and inspired about success, small business, and personal development. And now, Keith Kalfas.
You want to level up your entire life, not just your business. The number one thing that you can do right now is the most impactful thing that you can do is to raise all of your standards across the board immediately. Raise your standards inside for your personal health and hygiene and sleeping habits and working out. Raise the standards on your relationships, how you interact with your friends and family, the people you love, right? Raise your standards on what you will and will not tolerate. Raise the standards on your business and your etiquette and how organized things are. Raise the standards on your finances, right? How you organize your finances, but the level of value that you're willing to give or contribute in transactionally for the amount of value you're going to get back. Raise the standards across the board on your integrity and on your word, and your word is your worth is your word. You do what you say you're going to do, whether you feel like it or not. This is all old rhetoric, and it's having a whole new meaning to me like never before. I've heard people like Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins say things like this, but now it takes on a more a new meaning every day, that the cliches are true. Raise your standards. And sometimes it's going to a person who has toxic traits. Right? People who try to gaslight you and people who try to guilt trip you and say, you're not going to do me like this anymore. I love you too much to simply stand here and let you do this to us or treat me like this, or on yourself saying, hey, I love myself too much or this person too much to simply let myself speak these negative things anymore, come in the house with a negative energy, or to undermine what somebody's saying, right? So raising your standards might be going around and not going around, but like going to people maybe that you've mistreated or hurt or lost your temper with, or just invalidated by not taking them serious and say, hey, I'm really sorry. I really thought about that. And I love what you said. It made a lot of sense, and I thought about it, and you had a really good point. Sorry I didn't take you more serious, right? I've learned so much in business, especially being married to my wife. Like, my wife speaks. She drops knowledge nuggets, bro. She's very smart. And, oh, you hear that in the background? My little doggy. He's my little doggy. So one thing of leveling up in marriage was when my wife speaks, stop my brain and just listen to what she's saying and listen to where she's coming from, and then watching over time and trusting her intuition, right? In business, qualifying customers by raising your standards. So basically I could go on and on with this, but when you have higher standards, when your standards just go up a couple notches right now immediately, the very way that you conduct, the very way that yourself and your neurons fire in your brain, people will behave differently or interact with you differently on a new level, right? And some people might feel threatened by it. Some people might, just a saying, you got to keep them how you got them. If you got customers that you got at really cheap prices, or people that don't respect you and they think, you're a clown, or because you just always acted immature or buckled under pressure, it's going to take some time for those people to see the new you. You're going to have to build some trust with those people, seeing the new you more often. But if you level up your standards right now.
Hey, my friend, have you ever heard of the ramp rack? Yes, this is an insert, heavy-duty steel insert that you can put in the back of your pickup truck bed, and it has a fold-down ramp, so you can literally drive your mowers, weed whips, blowers, gas, everything. A complete mobile lawn and landscape unit, no trailers. It completely eliminates the trailer, and this thing is heavy duty. My friend Wyatt Farmer is the founder of a ramp rack, and you might have seen him at the Equip Expo. So I'm like, dude, I gotta talk about this on the podcast. And also, he has the ramp rack and the ramp rack sport. You gotta check this out. Go to theramprack.com, and he gave me a special promo code if you type in Keith10 during checkout. you get a huge discount on your order. How awesome is that? So go to theramprack.com and check it out. It's epic.
And get a brand new customer who's never even met you before. They're just gonna see the new you. And then you'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna go get some nice embroidered shirts for my business. I'm gonna keep my truck clean. I'm gonna put some new policies in my business. I'm gonna level up everything. So it's sometimes you can have one little sticking point that's stopping the flow from, like, you just gotta connect this dot here, your standards, your self-worth, your value, and then you go, you have a growth spurt. And you're like, whoa, I literally just grew 5 years in a week. Something just happened to me recently. I was, conviction of the Holy Spirit is the only way I know how to put it. In my landscaping business, you're not supposed to publicly talk about when you do good deeds. So I don't know, maybe I'll talk about it in another video. And I'm not going to tell you what it was, but something came on my heart recently, and I had to jump out in faith, and I was scared. It was a cool thing that, and as soon as I stepped across the Rubicon and decided I'm doing this, I'm going to figure out how to get this thing done because it's the right thing to do. All of a sudden, all this like new ideas, and I felt so happy and so abundant, and that all these things aligned, and they weren't even monetary. It was like reorganize my thinking. So sometimes when you raise your standards and you get so sick of your old self and getting the same results, you say that's it, because the input equals the output. It's a system. It's your system. My friend Stan Genetic, the Dirt Monkey, said what you put out is what you get back. So what are you putting out? What are you putting out into the universe, right? So I'm just challenging you right now. I challenge you to level up, new you, raise your standards. Think about that. How can I raise all my standards? It could be something as simple as, like, in your laundry, do you just stuff all your socks in the drawer with like long socks, with short socks, with, I can't even say it, with all different, do you fold your clothes nicely? Do you, yeah, I'm not going to get into all the details, but what I'm talking about is the personal. If you can't lead yourself, how are you going to lead in a marriage or a family or a household or a business or even a community, or even lead if you can't lead yourself? So standards are like, I don't care how I feel right now, I have higher standards. So feelings are temporary, you know. Principles, methods are many. What's that saying? Methods are many, principles are few. Methods always change, principles never do. I've been learning some deep stuff, and I'm excited because I see it transforming my life, right? And look at Gino. Oh, did Daddy make you chicken with cheesy and Braunschweiger? Look at him. He just ate. He's so calm when he's with me. This is Gino. My wife rescued this dog. He was gonna get euthanized as a puppy in the litter because he has a heart murmur. She brought him home, and he's doing okay. He can't chase squirrels full speed because it's not good at all. But he's my doggy. Look at this doggy. All right, that's enough. All right. Check out my Level Up Your Landscape Business workshop and the link below, keithkelfis.com/levelup. If you like these type of talks, when I talk about this stuff, this is where my heart is, let me know, because I'll talk about this stuff more. All right? I'll see you on the flip-flop. Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so then they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.